letting go towards a flow. Now, the letting go process seems to be what everyone's raving about. If you just do a little bit of research and homework on this whole spiritual bit, it all comes down to this idea of oneness. You know, right now I'm kind of shifting my perception into this new age kind of field, right? And it's like, when I find myself doing that, I tend to see myself becoming a part of the language structures within that paradigm. Right now I'm in it. Automatically, it's like I go into this mode where I'm supposed to just kind of go in this certain area of mental states in order to share it with people. Does that make any sense? Okay. Now if I step out of that, you know, I'm gonna go into another paradigm. You know, just think of these different sets. And it has its own language codes. Sometimes it even has its own kind of it has its own lingo in a way. And this is where I say, you know, there's an issue with that, and I'm catching myself doing it right now. So I'm just gonna break out of that, man. You know, I really feel that language has a lot of potential, but yet it is so underrated. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it, man. If we just come to a point where we free ourselves from that. And right now, I'm putting myself in that kind of state, you know what I mean? You know, Terence McKenna once said, "The world is made of language." And, you know, ever since then, I say to myself, you know, that's pretty amazing, because it's so true. The webcam that I'm talking into was made through language. You know, a group of people getting together, coming up with an idea in their thoughts, through intention, and then speaking it outward verbally, right? You know what I mean? I mean, even though it is said, you know, the ultimate truth has no words. And it's great when you can have that experience of this complete letting go, this emptiness of mind. You know, I'm not knocking at that at all. I'm really not. I think it's an amazing feeling. It definitely relieves a lot of stress. You know, I mean, but is that it? Then what was the sole purpose of me having a mouth to express these vocal vibrations in the first place? Because when I really stop to think about it, think about it in a way, I don't know, man. I say to myself, there's more to it. There's more to it. Now I feel it was definitely an essential part of this puzzle. And in the end, I always feel that this puzzle has its own format, which can still be kind of private and sacred for each and every one of us. But yet there is this overall kind of, you know, truth, I suppose. If we can get to a point, well, not even if we can. I mean, right now, you can just want to experiment with voice and play along with the words and everything. You know what I mean? It's pretty amazing when you can just have that realization that you can just experiment with everything. You go everywhere you want. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. You see? I'm saying, but I'm saying, yeah. I wrote this, and I said here, you know, the power of language and spiritual enhancements. You know, playing around with words can be very empowering. It can give a lot of clarity. They offer direction. Words are definitely more important than many people may realize. I mean, now what if someone can't speak? Yeah, that's a tricky one, isn't it? Then of course we find other modes of communication, right? Now, we're all in this together as a community. And I feel that there are people that can be here which can partake in such a practice in their own way that can also be of service to those who cannot achieve such an experience. And is that particular individual unfortunate? I don't see why. There could always be other means of communication. We can find maybe that offers an opportunity to discover a new way of expressing language. Maybe telepathically, through gesture. I mean, these are all very simple and mundane truths. I just like to bring them out because we can find, I just find it, I love getting to the simple and mundane things that people normally take for granted. You know, I feel that as I'm talking, it's a form of creation. And I feel when I'm having a conversation with someone, that's a form of creation. Now, sometimes when we're having conversations with people, it might just be what I would just call like fuzz or static noise, like noise that isn't really, you know, it's just kind of like because there's no deeper intention behind it. Now, I feel like that's when amazing things can happen, and this is why I'm such a huge advocator of teamwork, community, partnership. There's a lot of power in that. A lot. And I'm convinced that on this road to ascension, whatever that may be, how we perceive, there's definitely this team thing. And I feel that consciousness is most certainly aware of this, the collective consciousness, which is why people, almost everyone on the planet now has to have a cell phone. It has to be on a social network. The internet is another one. Now with the internet, I feel that that's a really, really deep topic. I definitely want to make a video on that because I feel there's some type of really deep purpose behind it. It's merging us. It's a form of experiencing this oneness. At the same time, though, I also feel that, like as I was getting to earlier, you know, this oneness and letting go, you know, there definitely is more to it.